What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bees. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran, a certified personal trainer, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by their reps. If you'd like to follow me on social media, I am Erin Bees on TikTok. I did change my username, just FYI, so it made it easier for people to find. And on Instagram, The Real Beast Mode, at The Real Beast Mode. Pick your platform if you would like to follow me over there. Thank you for being here, though. I appreciate y'all. Today, we're going to talk about Make Wellness. I know. How you just felt? Same. I've already done several videos on Make Wellness. I have debunked their science and all the studies that they are claiming to use in the Dropbox that was shared by an influencer. Now, that is going to be really important because I think that this video is a good place to talk about unethical influencers and how that happens. If you have not heard, if this is the first Make Wellness video from an anti-MLM content creator that you have come across, welcome. You may be a part of Make Wellness. You may be having some strong feelings about somebody criticizing Make Wellness. That's okay. That's all right. I get it because I was in MLM for 13 and a half years, so I understand. I really want to encourage you to stop and think for a second. I really want you to forget about what the upline is telling you and ask yourself, step back and ask yourself if what I'm saying could be true. Now, your upline has vested interest in you buying the founder's box for Make Wellness that is $500, continuing to order the products, recruiting other people to do the same. They have a financial gain out of that. Because I've done the comp plan. I've already covered the comp plan. I've covered the products. I've debunked the science that they are using. You can check out my my anti-MLM playlist for more information on that. I don't have a financial gain from you not joining MLM. I get paid here through YouTube for AdSense, for people watching and commenting, but it's not based off of the back of individuals that are making financial purchases for an MLM product that's a proprietary blend, and in my opinion is currently acting as a pyramid scheme. I can't even say product because has anybody other than the top recruiters even tried the products? Are their products available? They're not selling them to customers. The rank ups, the paychecks, all of that is off of recruiting people that are buying a founder's box with 6 products and the hype that Justin Prince is creating around it. You know, the guy that designed the box used to work for Porsche. Remove yourself from the hype for a second and start to actually think for yourself versus just trusting whoever brought you into what I believe is operating as a pyramid scheme, in my opinion. That's kind of the overview. They are somebody that talks about, or the company talks about, bio-precision peptides identified through AI in nature. Do I think that in the future there is a place for peptides and peptide therapy? Yes, I do. Once adequate research has been done and it's not being promoted through a multi-level marketing company that has worked with somebody that is called Dr. Jen that has a sketchy history, allegedly, and in my opinion, and was calling herself, I believe, the DNA doctor and all kinds of stuff, and no longer works with Make Wellness. It seemed to me that Dr. Jen was the one that was creating or had the product or created the product. She seemed to be the formulator. And since she's no longer working with Justin Prince and Make Wellness, my question when I found that out was, well, what products are they going to be showcasing now? Is he looking for a white label product? Meaning it's a company and they have a catalog and you pick out products and you provide labels. And then you can say, hey, this is our product. The manufacturer is the one that puts out the product that you've picked out of a catalog. More to come on that here shortly. But anyways, that's kind of an overview in case this is your first Make Wellness video. In case you're new to my channel, that's Make Wellness. I think it's a pyramid scheme. I almost said product-based pyramid scheme, but there's no customers. Not many people have tried the products. Yeah, you get it. I just went to social media typed in make wellness unboxing videos. And these are some of the things that came up. This second video I'm about to show you here in a few was actually sent to me. So thank you. You know who you are. I appreciate you sending it my way. And I know that several other content creators are also going to be talking about that. So please support their channels as well. It is really important that we get louder when it comes to this stuff. Let's get into this video. Speaking of overhyping, the thing I find fascinating is that there seem to be people in Make Wellness that are calling themselves affiliates. They're not, it's not affiliate marketing, even though Justin is trying to convince you otherwise, in my opinion. It is multi-level marketing. So there's that. But the amount of people that are creating a Make Wellness branded social media account, or that are taking some of the videos from Make Wellness and uploading it as if it's their own, is really fascinating to me. And I wonder how Justin Prince is keeping up with that, if he even is, because it doesn't appear that way in my opinion. But anyways, that was one of the first things that came up. I believe that was on YouTube. So I wanted to show you that with the dramatic music and the overhype. Because, you know, you can get a founder's box for $500. Whatever. This next video was sent to me. This is Scotty Hobbs, everybody. And I'm not super familiar with him. I don't even know if I've featured him in any other videos. I would venture to say that he probably has been a part of many multi-level marketing companies and probably has some kind of connection to Justin Prince. Just my theory. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. I do find his behavior around this box opening a bit peculiar. So we're going to watch that together.
I'm so excited. This box just came in. I've been waiting for this. It's my Make Wellness Founders Box. This is so important to me because we are on the verge of doing something absolutely incredible. So this box means a lot to me. Like, obviously I'm going to order products, but this signifies to me that...
Hold on. Time out. Obviously, I'm going to order products. Are there not products in this box? That's one question I haven't been able to answer from any of the current videos that I have seen at the time of filming this. Are there any products in the box? Or are they just product boxes with nothing in them? Nobody has been able to verify. Again, if you have any insight on that, let me know. Because I'm just saying, if it were me and I were a part of Make Wellness, and there were questions on whether there were actual products, I'd be showing the products. I would take them out of the box. I would take them out of the little box that's inside the big box that everybody is freaking out about and, oh, the overhyping. I would take it out and I would be like, here, this is the product. I would open it. I would show the capsules. I mean, we're still talking about supplements. We're still talking about supplements through an MLM company, in my opinion. So y'all already know how I feel about that. But this whole thing is so weird to me. Do you guys think so too? Let me know. I don't know.
That I'm somebody that's helping launch this company from the ground floor. And I'm just so excited to dive in and see this. I've been looking forward to it. She looks slick. On the front here it says Make Wellness, the building blocks of better health. Oh, look at this too. The first step in your journey.
Oh, wow. I've never seen a box of products that I've ordered that has a quote on the inside of the box and the box is black. How many times can I say box or founder's box in this video? Probably far too many. Way more than we want to hear.
Journey starts here. Look at this thing. Just so pretty. On the back.
Oh my God, the box is so pretty. It reminds me of the time I was reacting to a Justin Prince video. He had the box or part of the box, I don't remember, I'm going to say box again, that he pulled down from one of his first orders in Modair, and he made it like this huge dramatic thing. And he was like, this was a big deal and I've kept it all this time. And that is the basis of this founder's box. It's a box. It's not that serious. But they're going to, MLMers overhype everything. The products, the ingredients that are typically a proprietary blend, the packaging. We've seen that from many MLMers. Remember the olive tree people, how they were like, oh my God, this tissue paper in this order. There are plenty of companies that have stellar packaging as part of their brand that is not a multi-level marketing company. Like, it's not that hard, but they overhype just the smallest little things. And it's so interesting to me. I can remember when I was a part of MLM, overhyping ketones and making it seem like, oh, they cure everything. I don't want to get into all of that, like the specifics of that, but I can remember saying certain things about ketones, helping with X, Y, and Z. Oh, you have a problem? Yeah, here's the answer. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Unlocking the potential of humanity.
Unlocking the potential of humanity with an MLM. Stop. This is so weird.
The first step in your journey starts right here. Welcome to the Founders Club.
Ew.
It's not easy starting a business from scratch. There could have been a lot of opportunities for me to join something or do something that's been around for a while.
Hey, Scotty, I know you know this more than likely. Your audience maybe doesn't, but joining a multi-level marketing company that's operating as a pyramid scheme is not exactly owning your own business. That's not how that works.
But I wanted to be someone that makes history. Dude, I've tried to slide it out, but it's like a magnetic close. Look at this.
Again with the overhyping. Wow. The enclosure is magnetic. How profound.
This is like so satisfying. Okay. Open it up here, make magic happen. Today, you're not just opening a box, you're unlocking a future filled with possibilities. As you hold these products in your hands, know that they represent the first steps. They represent the first steps in a journey that will transform lives, including your own. Okay.
Is he getting emotional over a freaking box?
I better change my subject here. Okay. And remember, you are the one. Your life has value, purpose, and meaning. Make the decision to be the one.
I do think that everybody's life has value, purpose, and meaning. But to say that, to get them to buy in, not just financially, but energetically, time-wise, belief, because that's a big thing with multi-level marketing. You've got to believe in the company. You got to believe in the industry, right, Eric Worre? By the way, Eric, this has nothing to do with this video. Are you going to address the Ponzi scheme, the alleged Ponzi scheme that you were a part of? You going to address that? No, you're just going to say that's the haters? That's wild. Anyways, imagine trying to manipulate people with this box. It's just so weird to me.
Now take a moment to write a brief message to your future self, a reminder why you started, where you're headed, and the impact you want to make. Make it bold, make it fearless, make it yours. Make magic happen. So it has this here at the top, unlocking the potential of humanity. This is your story. So it's your passion, your purpose. Now,
how can you have a story if you haven't even tried the products yet? Are there even products in those 6 little boxes? I don't know. We may not know at the end of this video. Has he even tried the products? I feel like if you're going to be taking a supplement, you need to be taking it for a significant amount of time consistently in order to say anything. But, that's too logical, apparently.
Take a moment to reflect. Write a message to your future self, reminding you why you began, the dreams you're chasing, and the mark you're destined to leave. You've got a story to tell, and it's just beginning.
He's getting emotional.
I didn't think I'd be so emotional over a box.
Right. Hey, Scotty, it's a box for an MLM company. It's really not that serious.
This is like oh, look at this. This is so awesome.
Oh, it's so awesome. It's a black box that probably has a softness to it with 6 packages in it with very bland marketing, in my opinion. Black and white, bold letters. How profound. I mean, I'm not a marketing or graphic design expert, so if you are, feel free to share your opinion if you feel comfortable in the comments, but this seems very basic to me. Oh, but it's got a magnetic closure, Aaron, so calm down.
This one, energized. I gotta show you these. Oh, it's a nice tight fit right there. Energized Balanced Energy Blend. I won't pull them all out right now. But these gray boxes are peptides, and these white ones are some support products. So we have Energized, a Balanced Energy Blend, Hydrated, Ultimate Hydration, Focused. We got a Power Blend. We got Fit, Metabolic Matrix Technology. We have Calm, Tranquil Relaxation, and Lean, Apticurve Trim Fast Complex. These are peptides with a purpose. I can't wait to share with you guys.
Are the peptides in the room with us? No? I didn't think so.
How I'm feeling on them and help many of you guys on your journey to living a healthier life and unlocking your human potential.
First of all, guys, and I know that you guys all probably know this, but I'm just going to say it again. You do not need to take an MLM product in order to unlock your human potential. You don't need to do that. I think that's the end of this.
I don't think I get emotional.
And Scotty, if you see this, because I'm sure you will, maybe ask yourself why you're getting emotional about an MLM product, a new MLM company. Now, could it be because you know things are being overhyped? And if you were a part of other MLM companies, you're probably bringing team members from the previous companies. So dare I say that could probably be greed, because in my opinion, based off of the science that was shared in the Dropbox by the influencer that's also connected to Justin Prince, I don't recall his name right now, but I have talked about it in a previous video. The science is not sciencing, my guy. Not one bit. I love that the Dropbox was called Human Clinical Trials. Really love that. For us, not so much them, because the science is not sciencing, as I've already stated. Okay, now this part I'm really excited about, because one of the things that I have learned over the years is, could there be a space for supplements? Sure. If you go to the doctor, in my opinion, and the doctor says, hey, you're deficient in these things, and so, or in this, or in these things, and so I suggest, based off of your blood work, that you take these supplements. You know, things like iron if you're anemic, or folate if you're anemic, or vitamin B if you are anemic, or there's a whole host of things that could show up in your blood work, and your doctor looks at it and says, hey, we need to supplement this. I think there is a very real place for supplements. However, supplements are unregulated, and that part I feel like is extremely dangerous, because when you pair it with influencers and saying, you know, overhyping, hey, this is going to do everything, better energy, mood, blah, 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 and people are, you know, struggling with any of those things, they're going to believe this influencer. This video by David Robert Grimes was also sent to me. I will link his Instagram in the video description as well. He is a modeler, a biostatistician, cancer scientist, and an author. And his bio says medicine, science, education, and foppish hair. And I absolutely love his accent. This video was sent to me. I shared it in my stories earlier today at the time of filming this video. But I also want to share it here because I feel like this is an important conversation. Since we're talking about supplements, we're talking about the overhyped benefits of these MLM companies. And I think that this is a perfect example from somebody that is way smarter than I am to talk about this. So let's watch this together.
Whenever I'm asked about influencer or celebrity branded supplements, I always say the same thing. It's a grift. Any idiot could do it. How do I know? Because I am an idiot, and I've just gone and got it done to prove a god point. Let's break this grift down.
Oh my God, I love this already. Love this already.
Vitamins are a huge and lucrative market. In the US alone, over $50 billion a year are spent annually on vitamin supplements, and a similar picture is seen around the world. We'll speak a bit later on about whether there's good evidence for it. Spoiler alert, there isn't, and they're generally not recommended, but people spend it, and usually it's cheap. We can see here, for example, that you could buy a fairly substantial portion of vitamins if you were so inclined for a relatively small price. And that makes sense. These are well-known things that we mainly can get from food. But there's a new market where people have realized they can get a lot more money from. And this is the idea of bespoke or custom blend, the idea you could optimize your health. We've seen
proprietary blends, something that we definitely see with not just supplement companies, but also with multi-level marketing companies in particular. What I have talked about on my channel is when you have these MLM companies and they have a product and it's a proprietary blend, which lists ingredients in bulk, not in bulk, but it lists the ingredients under a blend and gives you the total weight of that blend. And it says, oh, well, these are the ingredients that are in it, but it doesn't tell you how much of that blend is made up of that particular ingredient. Then you'll see people in multi-level marketing companies that go off on this scientific research of this particular ingredient, and they will use legitimate studies done where there was a certain amount and also certain parameters around the study and the dosage of the products. And it gives all of the specifics. And if it's a legitimate study, it's a very controlled environment so that they can say, hey, this did something or didn't do something, or I'm seeing something, but we need to study it further kind of thing. And they'll go down this kind of rabbit hole and say, see, here's this study, which is exactly what Make Wellness is doing, in my opinion, from that Dropbox where there were all these studies that I debunked in a previous video using actual science. And they'll say, this study showed that this ingredient did this. So therefore, because that ingredient was studied here with, whatever scientific study or whatnot, that evidence in that study clearly shows that our product works because it has that ingredient in here. How much of that ingredient, we don't know. That's kind of what happens with these people in MLM. They'll just go down this like scientific research, or you'll see people say, oh, well, I am, really big into the science and I like to research ingredients. Shanana Banana, you know who I'm talking about. She's been in a million companies. One was Elamir. We saw him do it with NAD, curcumin, and I can't remember what the other one was. I think it was like a vitamin B or something like that. And they were like, see, this study shows that it does something. And while that study may show it, that study was not done on that product. And that's what we are watching Make Wellness do before our very eyes. They are using a list of studies that other people have done on ingredients, on peptides, and they're saying, okay, well, this is promising, and it is. Peptides are promising. However, their products are proprietary blends. That's why they're using Peptis Strong Plus, I think is what they're referring to it as. Anyways.
Seen everyone from the Kardashians to Joe Rogan hawking their own vitamin blends, and a lot of micro-influencers and celebrities doing the same. It gives the impression that these are bespoke and being hand-picked. They often put that in their advertising, that they've got some research and they've picked out something that will help you. And viewer, they are.
And if I see another picture of some clown in a lab coat posing beside a microscope, this guy is awesome.
Are lying to you. It is picked out of a catalog and it means nothing. So, to make that point, I came up with Delightful D. I'm not selling this, by the way, it just exists, it's here. And I'm going to show you how I did that.
I love this so much. Now, Justin Prince, take notes here. Or anybody else that's considering starting their own MLM company, take notes here, because this is now out on the interwebs. And I love that for us so much. Before you take a supplement, talk to your doctor about it. Before you take an MLM supplement that's a proprietary blend, talk to your doctor about it. Have some blood work to see if you're deficient in anything that would require supplementation aside from changes to your diet.
A total idiot, the exact same way they did. Let's have a look. To give you an idea of just how little thought goes into these ostensibly bespoke products, you pick them out of a catalogue. Here's just one manufacturer in Europe. You want to buy a multivitamin blend, that'll be about $1.33 a bottle for the minimum order. It gets way cheaper as you order more. As you go up, you can get your calcium, your magnesium, your omega-3s. You want to go a bit fancier? Folic acids, vitamin B12, they're all cheap. This is like less than €1 a bottle for this kind of stuff. Garlic, turmeric, vitamin B12, and of course, ashwagandha. You want to go to the popular things at the moment, you have things like mushroom extracts, lion's mane, all these different types of things, Irish moss extract, all this nonsense, apple cider.
Remember, popular at the moment does not mean that it is an iota of evidence that they do anything. Frequence, talking to you with the lion's mane.
Cider vinegar. And again, it's all stupidly cheap. It's about €1-ish for a bottle of this stuff. This is pretty cheap, but I could have gone cheaper by going to India or China. I stuck in Europe because there's a modicum of control, although not that much. In fact, most vitamins don't contain what they claim to contain, and sometimes contain harmful additives. Why is that allowed? Because they are regulated as foodstuffs, not as medicines, and there's nowhere near a stringent requirement. This is something people often forget. Having selected a European manufacturer, all I had to do now was masquerade as an influencer or celebrity. So naturally I needed an agent. So we resurrected an alter ego, Jeff Steele, a name we used to order pizza under when we were teenagers, to do all the emails. Turns out they were super used to influencers contacting them for this kind of stuff. They do it all the time. They simply
I wonder if this is how Wes, I can't think of his last name, the rapper that was in Modere that's now a part of Make Wellness. I wonder if this is how he did that when he was touring different facilities. I remember seeing from Lisa's stories. I'll list Lisa in the video description, her Instagram, where she is talking about all of this stuff. He was touring facilities and they had mock-ups of, I think they were mock-ups of different ingredients. And I remember him talking about that in that video. So check out Lisa's stories because she was one of the top in Modere and she was considering joining Make Wellness. And thank goodness that she is waking up and is now exposing all of the predatory behavior.
told us to pick something out of the catalog and send us in our own labels. And here's the thing. They didn't care what we put on the label. When I say they didn't care what we put on the label, that's no...
By the way, the D is for exactly what you think. The D in this is exactly what you think it's for. Unreal.
No exaggeration. My good friend Abe, graphics designer and photographer extraordinaire, helped me design it. And the label even tells you there's zero known benefit from medically undirected vitamin supplementation. No difference between the expensive designers and the cheap generics, and that some supplements don't even contain the ingredients claimed. There's a big QR code that if they'd scanned would bring them to a website saying that vitamin supplementation is pretty much useless. I even point out this is haphazardly selected to prove a point, and seriously, save your money, be skeptical. Oh, and because I'm very juvenile, and my mind is still a teenager, I had to put a joke in there. So it's called Delightful D. Have you got the D? Do you think the company cared that I put a label on saying their product was useless and overpriced? No, of course they didn't care. I could have put a label on saying this brings your ancestors back from the dead, because 8 weeks later, after I paid them their money, this is what arrived.
So I've got a delivery for Jeff Steele. And what is it? Oh my god. So many boxes of Delightful D. QR code. There's me. Zero known benefits. No difference. Supplements. I have way too many of these now.
And there you have it. Whenever you see influencer celebrity branded vitamins, that's pretty much the same process that's happened. They've gone to some factory that makes these on bulk, told them to put a certain blend in a jar, which are, cheap and available, mix them up, and then they can charge you anywhere between 25 and €100 for whatever quagmire they make for you. Same you could go and buy in Boots for nothing if you were so inclined. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again. The evidence for vitamin supplementation is really, really weak. It does not expand your longevity. It does not prevent cancer. It does not prevent cardiovascular disease. It doesn't reduce the duration of your colds. Most vitamin supplementation creates expensive urine. And this isn't just me being a cynic. This is literally what the US Preventative Health Task Force said just a few months ago, right? This is not a new thing. We've known this in most biomedical science for like 50 years. Public perception is that vitamins are some kind of wonderful panacea. Really, most people aren't deficient in the way they think they are. Unless you're medically directed to take vitamins, you're probably getting no benefit from them. You are definitely getting no benefit from buying them off influencers and celebrities. In fact, you're being...
I just find it interesting that there seems to be people in multi-level marketing that are creating this air of not trusting modern medicine. In order for you to be diagnosed as being deficient in anything, you have to go to a doctor. You have to have lab work done. And that lab result has to come back. The doctor looks at it and says, oh, yeah, you need, more iron, or you need vitamin B or folate or whatever. Vitamin D, no pun intended. I just find it really interesting, the distrust. I wonder if that's because if these people started taking these supplements and they went to the doctor and they were expecting to see, these huge results from taking an MLM product that's a proprietary blend, I just wonder if their blood work would show that it actually did anything. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Done. You're being had. This stuff is really cheap. If you really want it, go into your local pharmacy and pick up the generic stuff. It's all made in the same factory. The problem is that we have parasocial relationships. We trust people online. We trust celebrities. We trust influencers. But look, they don't know anything. Or they know it's rubbish and they're willing to rip you off.
Remember when I did that video? I think it was a reel on Instagram, and it was somebody that worked for, I believe, an agency that was talking about Moderna's new products that are a GLP-1 medication dupe without saying it in those words. And I found out that it was a sponsored blog and that they were paid to say that. Isn't that interesting? And this is where the unethical influencer part comes into play here. If you are an influencer and you are suggesting a product, such as greens, that you can get from food, that is unethical. Absolutely unethical, in my opinion. You can get the majority of things from food. And if you go to your doctor and you have lab work done and they say you're deficient in something, then you can take that as prescribed by your doctor, a medical professional. Just in my opinion, when you see influencers that are sharing greens or all of these supplements that make all these wild claims, they're doing it for a paycheck. They're being paid to talk about that.
Either way, is that who you want to be giving your money to? Save it, unless you really, really want expensive urine. Now, what the hell am I going to do with 500 packets of Delightful D? I'm going to have Christmas presents and random gifts and paperweights for like a year or two with this stuff.
That was awesome. I had to show it. Again, thank you to the people that sent me that second and the third video. I appreciate you guys so much. And I think that this is an important thing to talk about. Now, as a certified personal trainer, I can't suggest supplements. I can't sell supplements. And some of the brands that have been reaching out to me that are wanting to work together, I flat out will not work with supplements for all of the reasons that I've already listed previously in this video. It's not that I'm opposed to working with brands. It's not that I'm opposed to doing any kind of sponsored ad reads within videos, but I am not going to present any kind of supplement because of my history, because of what I learned, and because of the unregulation of supplement companies. I'm just not going to do it. So I take very seriously this being a safe place for anybody that is trying to work their way out of a multi-level marketing company. And that is not going to change. I hope you guys loved today's video. If you did, feel free to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It helps me get the word out to more people to not fall for scams like this. Chances are your favorite influencer is probably trying to scam you if they're selling you some kind of a schemy supplement and they're like, hey, use my code for, 15% off of your order. Please don't do that. Go to the doctor, talk to the professionals, get some lab work done, and find out if you're deficient in anything. And if not, carry on. This last video, my favorite. I love that he did this for science. I love that he did this for the interwebs, and I appreciate it so much. So make sure that you go follow him on his Instagram. Again, I'll have that linked in the video description. And thanks for being here, guys. And don't join an MLM. Don't do that. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.